Hi YouTube, it's Mama Doe Dawn, and oh my goodness, have I been gone for a minute. This summer has been crazy. I think my last video was in May, and it was a pre-recorded video from like the beginning of May that eventually got posted at the end of May, and I am finally back. I am attempting to be back. As you can see, it's like dark. I got the light on right now, and part of the reason that I haven't been filming videos is that as my child has gotten older, bless her heart, she has fallen in love with the camera, and she loves to hold the camera and see the camera. And if she sees that I'm in front of the camera and she's not involved with the camera, she is not a happy camper. So it's either me trying to make YouTube videos and her just screaming beside me, which is not pleasant for anyone, the viewers or her or I, or it's me holding her here as she's like trying to reach the camera the entire time. So I've had to wait until she's fallen asleep, and we have just had a few really rough months where I have been way too tired to sit down and film. But tonight I drank a bunch of coffee. I've been really anxious over the fact that I haven't been getting YouTube videos out, and I decided to just sit down, bite the bullet, and start filming again. So first I want to say, like, I'm about ready to get emotional talking about this, but I had people reach out to me who have never met me in their entire life, and they just wanted to check up and see how I was because I hadn't been posting on YouTube. So thank you. There were so many people who did that. I believe there was this girl named Megan who sent me an Instagram DM. She like went out of her way and found my Instagram. And Abigail Haney, who I love. I need to remember her YouTube channel, but I'll post it in the links below. I just love watching everything that she does. She's such an inspiration, and she reached out and said that she'd been thinking of me, and just so many people have left such kind messages. And like, I only have 600 subscribers. It's not like I'm a big YouTuber, so the fact that anyone cares enough to reach out and just make sure that I'm okay meant so much to me, because honestly, for a part of the time I really wasn't, and I'm gonna get into that. So just having those little messages of support and people reminding me that there are literally strangers out there who care about my well-being meant so much, and it helped me through a really rough summer. So anyone who did that, or even just sent good thoughts my way or good vibes my way, thank you. Like, I truly appreciate it, and I felt it, and it meant so much. Okay, so let's give you guys an update on my life. It has been a bit of a roller coaster. Last May, I just hit like such a spiral downwards. Charlotte's dad came to see her, and there was some drama that I won't even get into, but it just like completely ripped my heart out and sent me in this downward spiral. And I'm like a really emotionally driven person. Almost every action that I take in life is completely driven on emotion. So I try really hard to regulate my emotions and stay on track, but this summer I didn't. I fell really hard. After her dad left the visitation, I don't know, like when I have problems with him, and I feel like I need to justify something to the world that I'm a single mom and I can be a good mom and I can give my daughter everything she needs, whether or not she has another parent who wants to be involved. So I took it upon myself. If you've been on my channel for a while, you know I'm paying off debt, so I should have been financially focused. Instead, I took it upon myself to go and get pre-approved for a mortgage, because what better thing to do in the middle of paying off debt than go and get in the most debt you're going to be in your entire life. And this was after I had finished real estate school. I passed my exam the first try, so yay me, I was super excited about that. But I was also feeling like, I definitely know how to buy a house. I'm super smart at buying a house, so I should go get a mortgage. And it was a good and a bad idea. We'll get into that more in a little bit. But at the time in May, definitely not a great idea. I just spent a lot of time looking at houses and having this idea that I was going to buy a house in the middle of paying off debt, which was not a bright idea, but that's what I decided I was going to do. To top it off, Charlotte has like not been sleeping through the night at all. She's been having like really bad sleep regression, and she got sick a few times. She's had molars popping in, and when molars pop in on kiddos, if you're a mom and you know teething babies, it is like not fun. And my child is 17 months, so the fact that she's having molars come in, they're supposed to come in when she's 2, like it's like taken up half her mouth for these poor teeth to come through. And I know she's in so much pain, but it is just endless nights of no sleep. So I have like sleep deprivation every single night, and I'm trying to get work done and stay on top of my bills. And it was an emotional mess. And I just felt myself getting shorter and shorter, and every day just feeling like more and more exhausted, honestly. And in my mind, I definitely overanalyzed things, and I felt like my life was falling apart. It wasn't. My life was okay. I was paying my bills. I was getting things done. But I just felt really stressed. And then I had this moment where, if you've seen some of my videos, I have bookshelves in my living room, and they fell apart. Like literally just collapsed to the ground, which one freaked me out because I have a kid around, and I do not need bookshelves just collapsing on the ground with like hundreds of pounds of books on them. That was dangerous. And two, it was like, why is this happening to me? Literally everything in my life is falling apart. It was like the perfect moment for me to just get super dramatic, because like literally things in my life were falling apart. And I just took that and I was like, I want to spend money, because in the past, that's how I'd made myself feel better. So my first big expense in a really long time was to go out and buy myself new bookshelves. And with that, I bought myself a TV stand because I didn't want my TV sitting on a chair anymore. So I bought that, which would have been fine. It was like $200. I got a really good deal. It was all brand new from Walmart, and I just made my own by combining these bookshelves and this TV stand. It looks good for $200. But then I just kind of like binge spent money on food. And I just got really lazy about cooking, and I didn't want to like eat ramen anymore because I've been eating ramen so long, paying off debt. So I just started like buying pizza 3 or 4 times a month, and buying Starbucks again, and occasionally buying fast food, and just going out and buying snacks that I didn't need to eat. Buying a lot of food for Charlotte, trying to get her to eat solids because she's like the pickiest eater in the world. And it just ended up being a lot of money, like hundreds of dollars a month that I was spending instead of putting towards debt, which made me feel even worse because rather than paying off debt, I was spending all my extra money on food, which was stupid. Then in walks a guy that I dated briefly last year, and he just reaches out, and he's just like literally the most amazing guy in the world. If I could say nothing bad about this guy, he's just like such a genuinely good guy. And I'm like, he wanted to reconnect. And last time I had broken up with him because my ex was causing a bunch of drama about the fact that I was dating, and he thought I was being a bad mom by dating. So this guy wanted to reconnect, and I was like, whatever, I'll try it. I'll just go once and see if I like him. And we had a date, and it just like clicked so perfectly. I don't know what happened, but I was like, holy smokes, I like this guy so much. And when you date, you spend money. He's in a similar financial situation to me, and he's super good about not spending money. He's like, I'm not spending money. Sorry. I'm not. I like want to do things for people, and one of my really strong ways of my love language is buying gifts. And he has 2 little girls who I am like, I love as much as my own daughter. I'm not kidding. I love those kids so much. So every time that I see him, which is like every weekend, I feel like I need to bring something for them, and I don't. And he makes that super clear to me. But for some reason in my head, I'm like, I just want to go buy them something to show them that I care about them, and so they can take it back to their mom, and she can see that there is a girl in their dad's life who like genuinely adores them and wants to just shower them with things. It's so dumb, and I'm like gonna stop doing it, but I've been spending money on that. Not very much money, but like $10 every time, which equals like $40 a month, which is still way more, and I could be putting it towards debt. But that's just okay. So that's like a culmination of multiple things. My bookshelf fell apart, had this random guy walk into my life, decided that I was going to be like a really bomb single mom and go and get pre-qualified for a mortgage, which I have not bought a house yet, so applaud me. I definitely spent way too much time looking at houses and contacting realtors and just doing so much stuff that was really inefficient. But I found this house that I love. Like, I'm so in love with this house. It's a fixer-upper, but I might end up buying a house, that'll be a video on its own. So we'll just see about that. But there is a house that I really like, and I might get it and it might totally just screw up my debt payoff for a little bit. But a part of it is I'm looking at it as it's literally the mortgage payment will be less than half of my rent, which will help me pay off debt faster. And I do kind of have the money saved up right now to put a down payment. I don't know. We'll see. We'll get to that at a different time. We're talking about just how I failed these last 2 months paying off debt and with life in general. So the last thing is that I was just really active with Charlotte. It's summertime. The sun's out. She's restless. You know, she's 17 months. She wants to get out, see things, do things. And I just feel like not spending money and not doing things with her was getting really hard. We had been to the same parks over and over again. So I started just spending money to just go and do little things with her. We would go and, you know, I like bought her a swimming suit and we've been to a few different pools. We've been to just some local like fairs and festivals and activities that costed money. We have, what else do we do? Been to a couple museums that cost money. Been to like children's museum that costs money. So, I mean, I've been doing little things with her basically just because it's like, it's summertime. I have like this mom guilt of I should be doing these things with her. They're not crazy expensive, but again, it's, you know, racking up a couple $100s a month to where I'm spending pretty much everything that I should have been putting towards debt. So needless to say, over the last couple months, I definitely failed on paying off debt. Luckily in July, it was a 3 paycheck month for me. So I was able to put a lot of additional income towards debt that helped. And I'm almost paid off with my credit card. But other than that, like the last 2 months, I've pretty much just been making minimum payments on everything because every extra cent that I have has just gone to fun stuff, basically things that I didn't need, food for myself, fun stuff for my daughter, things for my boyfriend's kids. So I've like really failed at paying off debt and just having a financially stable life. And it all just started with this downward spiral of my ex just causing some drama that just like sent me into a tailspin of wanting to spend money. And then once I started spending money, it was like literally like binge eating. Like once I started spending money, I didn't want to stop. It was so much fun to do, and I just led myself, luckily not into a hole. I didn't get myself in debt. I was really conscious about not overspending, but I was spending enough to where I wasn't really paying off more debt than the minimum. So I guess I didn't fail too badly because I didn't go into debt, but I didn't get myself much farther out of it either. So that put me back a little bit on my debt payoff plans, unfortunately. But yeah, I just wanted to make this update video for you guys, telling you about kind of what's going on with my life. And I'm going to try to get some more videos recorded. I'm going to have to do them at nighttime because, like I said, my kiddo is not about the camera. So that is just one more way that it's making it harder to do this. But yeah, I wanted to make an update for you guys. And thank you everyone who reached out. I know this video has probably been a little bit long, but I appreciate you for sticking it out with me and hearing about my crazy life at the moment. I don't even know what to say. It's just, we're going to get through it. We're going to pay off this debt eventually. I'm not getting in more debt, so that's good. Minus till maybe getting a mortgage, but we'll focus on that later. Anyways, yeah, I'll have more videos up soon talking about my budget, my life, and everything in general. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for sticking it out with me. If I'm sporadic more in the future, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get life figured out. YouTube's been on the back burner for a minute, but hopefully it'll all come together soon. I will see you in the next one, guys.